Hey, kids! It is time for another AEW Dynamite Watchalong, a special 3-hour extravaganza. My name is Big Bad Boris. Thank you for tuning in. Just some housekeeping things before we get down to business. Of course, the big show is coming October the 3rd. Love Pro Wrestling 41 All Killer live at the Rec Room at South Edmonton Common here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Tickets are available at Tixer.com. If you cannot be there, you can check us out 7 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Eastern, over on IWTV. I don't know what is going on with Saturday Night Love this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to have a show or not. I might be going to do a thing, so I apologize. I don't know if I'll be on or not, but if I am, you can stay tuned to all my social medias and you can find out what's going on with that. And of course, coming up November 14th, Big Bad Boris' 40-hour extreme to donate money to the Edmonton chapter of the Canadian Mental Health Association. 40 hours of nonsense, fun, and shenanigans. The donate link is live right behind that QR code that is covered up by the chat. I'll move that just for a moment. The donate link is live. If you want to throw a few bucks in there, that would be fabulous. Or you can wait until the day itself. Regardless, we'll be ready for some AEW Dynamite in just a couple minutes. So stick around. Good evening. It's time for AEW Watch Along with Boris.
If you need a feature, you just go Dynamite, jazz hands, it's Dynamite time with Boris.
The rings all set, the lights are bright, so settle in, it's Wednesday night. With matches stacked, the action's prime. AEW love it's Dynamite time, and with Big Bad Boris, we're ready to roll. Let's kick off the night and rock and roll. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. Let's kick off the night and rock and roll.
It is indeed a Thursday night. It is time for another AEW Dynamite Watch Along. My name is Big Bad Boris, and it is all out. It's the in or the out. It's all out week here in All Elite Wrestling as we get set for a 3-hour Dynamite extravaganza. The first show after the 2300 Arena residency. They are in, I think they're still in London, Ontario, or somewhere in Ontario, hopefully with a nice big fat crowd of folks ready to check it out as the opening video is on the air. September to remember. We have pyro, and we have lots of pyro. And we have people. Yes, they're in London, Canada. I love that. So I haven't really been paying attention to exactly what the match lineup is today, but I guess we'll find out as we go along. Oh, there's a big table in the ring. I think there's some sort of contract signing or what have you. Here comes Tony Schiavone. Oh, the contract signing. If there's one thing that you guys know that I love, it's a contract signing. Hello, Spencer Love, you magnificent son of a gun. What's going on? Spencer sent me a voice recording from his drive home, and he was yelling at people who are bad drivers, and it made me laugh. I enjoyed it. Oh yeah, I forgot Brian Danielson is on the call. Fernando. I thought, like, when you said maroon, that you were referencing like the color of the car. I didn't realize you were being like an old school, like Bugs Bunny. What a maroon! Which makes it even better. So solid work there. I enjoy that. So myself and Mrs. Boris, we've been brainstorming ideas of how to fill the 40-hour big stream coming up, and we're going to rehash some stuff that we've done on Saturday Night Love, including Wrestlelicious. So there will be a section of this that will be the third annual already Wrestlelicious open house party. I'm going to kind of, like, my goal, and some of you may not remember this, but during the pandemic, GCW did a 24-hour stream to kind of help raise some money for their wrestlers, because they weren't able to run shows. So they did a 24-hour show stream on YouTube, and they took donations and they broke it up into like 1 or 2 hour blocks with a different theme. And that's kind of what I want to do, is break it up into blocks of 1 or 2 hours. And I want to have a graphic that says, this block's going to be Hulk Hogan Celebrity Championship Wrestling, and this block's going to be Saturday Night Love, and this block's going to be whatever. Speaking of announcing things, there's a Quizplex announcement that's coming up right away here that is going to be pretty sweet. I'm excited about it. Here comes Kyle Fletcher. I was listening to the Jim Cornette podcast recently because I enjoy it for some reason. I don't know why, but I do. And he's very critical of Kyle Fletcher and the way he looks, that he looked like a 12-year-old boy. And I disagree. Like, I agree with some of the stuff that Jim Cornette says, and a lot of it I do not. But I think that Kyle Fletcher has a great look. Oh, Don Callis getting the mega heat. He always gets. What time is this pay-per-view? I should buy it. How much are pay-per-views these days? $86 million? Oh, he's still talking about Kenny Omega. Don Callis is good at what he does. You got to give the devil his due, so to speak. Use the hashtag September to remember, kids. the man who is worthy of it. Oh ho! All right. Sorry, I'm doing some things behind the scenes here. Pardon me. What do we think of them? They're doing a lot of specifying men's world championship, which I think is kind of cool. That's interesting. I mean, there's no way Kyle's winning this title, but I kind of question booking a little bit just because of that. But I mean, what do I know, right? Nothing. All right, can we do a wrestling match now? You know? I like that shot focusing in on the title and fading out between the face and the title. Cinematography, kids. Oh, all righty, Roo. Is this going to be the first contract signing in the history of contract signings that doesn't have somebody go through that table? Oh, no. I spoke too soon. He promises you. Well, that seems excessive, doesn't it, kids? What's Kyle Fletcher's middle name? Now I got to find out. Google. Don't fail me now. Doesn't say. We'll never know. We can't say the full name because we don't know the middle name. John Moxley and Darby Allin, and what is this, a coffin match? I wonder if they have to call it a coffin match because WWE owns casket match. I wonder. A Darby Allin, John Moxley video package. I assume we'll be getting a lot of video packages tonight to help fill the 3 hours, and we'll get the same video packages. So what's going on Saturday? The logo of this show they're doing on Saturday is so scrunched up on the screen. I can't tell what it is, but it's some sort of show before the pre-show. Because according to my cable box, the first 2 hours tonight are Dynamite, and the last hour is Collision, according to my cable box listing. So there is a show on Saturday, but I couldn't read the logo. It looked like a death metal band logo that had all the lines and, you know, those death metal band logos that are like dismembered carcass, but it's like, looks like a tree trunk or like a tree root. Spencer, you know what I'm talking about, right? Help me out here. Here come the Death Eaters. Professor Snape and other people. Can't think of any names right now. Daniel Garcia, the newest member, the newest Eater of Death, or Rider of Death, I guess. Yeah, it looks like a nice big crowd for them, at least from that shot it does. Is this the same building they're having the pay-per-view in, or are they having the pay-per-view somewhere else? So many questions. Oh, no, this is London, Ontario. Pay-per-view's in Toronto. Never mind. I'll shut up. I've done all of my research. All right, we are taking an incredibly long time to get to the ring. But that's okay. We got nothing but time here on the AEW Dynamite Watch-Along. Oh, Calgary Flames jersey in the front row. That's my guy right there. Spencer, you see that guy in the Flames jersey? Spencer's having feelings about what's going on here today. I changed my the way my things look, and I think it looks cool. I'm very excited about this. Spencer, I gotta tell you, you always look good. You're very well dressed, and the mullet is in full effect. But the Flames jersey, you looked pretty fire. No, the casket match is at the pay-per-view. The casket match is Jon Moxley and Darby Allin at the pay-per-view. This is Jon Moxley and Roderick Strong and his shitty little boots, which is a old PWG throwback. Spencer Love's anger has been rescinded, which is good. It's good to rescind your anger. There's the bell, and our first matchup is underway. Oh, Daniel Garcia. You know, Roderick Strong has often flown. Oh, there's Flames jersey guy again. That guy's my buddy. I want that guy on my podcast this week. Find me that guy, and we'll put him on Saturday Night Live, and we'll talk about our feelings. Somebody find me that guy's name. Internet, do your thing. Roderick Strong has often flown under the radar as being a fabulous professional wrestler. I mean, oftentimes he has been recognized as a fabulous professional wrestler, but always can be counted on to have a good match. He's always, the last, number of years, has been signed to, big name companies. And I've been a Roderick Strong fan for a long time. Since before some of you were born. That's right. We got all the good stuff going on there, Mr. Plugster. What's going on, Pluggo? You handsome son of a gun. I hear that your wife is going to sing on my 40-hour extreme. I've set aside 3 hours for her to do like a Lady Gaga tribute act, complete with dancing and costume changes, or maybe a Taylor Swift. I don't know. What's her jam? What's Mrs. Pluggo's jam? Help me out. Oh, we get the Bang Bang Gang and the Young Bucks tonight. Well, Pluggo, for a small donation to the Edmonton chapter of the Canadian Mental Health Association, which the link you can see right down there, you can. Backstreet Boys. Okay, all right. Now, which one would she dress as? Which one is her favorite? Is it Howie? That's a Backstreet Boy, right? Who are the other ones? Nick Carter. He's one, right? AJ. Wow, I know more Backstreet Boys than I thought. And I'm Brian McLean or McKnight or something. AJ, all right. Well, you tell Mrs. Pluggo to head to your local Spirit of Halloween warehouse and purchase the necessary accoutrements to dress up as AJ, and we'll give her like 6 or 7 hours to sing the entire Backstreet Boys discography, complete with choreography. And I smell a lot of money going to a good cause. This all sounds like a fabulous idea. All right, we're going to commercial. Or I think we are anyway. So we're a picture-in-picture, which is basically commercial. LPW number 41 is coming up in just a few weeks. October 3rd at the Rec Room in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Tickets available right now at Tixer.com. If you are not in the Edmonton area and you want to watch some absolutely top-shelf professional wrestling. You can join us on IWTV at 7 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Eastern on that very same day. Also, don't forget, I didn't pull the graphic, and I should have because I'm bad at this. We have got a Night of Champions TNA meet and greet question and answer period at the Rec Room coming up this coming Thursday. So definitely be part of that, as well as the big TNA shows here in Edmonton coming up next weekend. Saturday Night Love, I don't know what's going on yet. I'm not sure if I'm doing a show or not because I might want to go to a thing, and I'm undecided. So keep an eye on, I apologize, it's very unprofessional of me, but keep an eye on my social media, and you'll see if we're doing something. And of course, November 14th, it's the big one. It's the Big Bad Boris' 40-hour Extreme, taking donations for the Canadian Mental Health Association. I've got some things that are planned that are going to be fun, and apparently Mrs. Pluggo is going to do a performance. So all that stuff is coming up in the near future here in the Love Wrestling universe. Oh, hang on. There's messages coming in here. I got to read them. Oh, Blair Pacheco bringing the thunder. That's all I can say. I can't say any more than that. All right, we're in commercial, so hang out. We'll be right back momentarily for more AEW. So I work the shoot job in a large Canadian home improvement construction chain, and we've got Christmas stuff, aisles of Christmas stuff all set up. And I walked past it today, and I was unsettled and angry because it's 28 degrees outside. Well, 25 now, but when I left work today, it was 28 degrees outside. And it's not Christmas time. I'm not letting go of summer. I don't like the winter. I don't like that there's no sun. It affects me, and I don't like the snow, and I don't like the winter driving. I like hockey. That's about the only good thing I like about winter. But yeah, lots of Christmas stuff set up, and it made me sad. Anyway, nobody asked for that question or that information, but I gave it to you anyway. We are back from commercial. Jon Moxley and the Messiah of the Backbreaker, Roderick Strong. Heavy-handed chops. Oh, I could play this. Pluggo loves this one.
I am a moron.
It's one of my favorite little pieces of business, if you will. Yeah, I got to look and see what time this pay-per-view is at. This might affect my Saturday. Moxley out at 2. I don't mind Daniel Garcia in the Death Riders, actually. I think that's okay. I'm okay with that. You cannot empty the gas tank of Roderick Strong. What a silly idea, Jon Moxley. Driving the pile that is Roderick Strong. But out at 2. Oh, Going for the cross arm breaker. John Moxley learned a wrestling move. Jim Cornette would be so happy. I find it fascinating, the things that he likes and the things that he gravitates towards and really doesn't like. But I find it interesting. And there's some things in the world of wrestling he's bang on about, and there's other things where I couldn't disagree with him more. But I always find it entertaining to hear it, if that makes sense. And his knowledge, though, like he is a historian, is underselling the knowledge he does have of the history of the professional wrestling business. So the sick kick on target. Oh, he caught him in the bulldog choke. My God. Oh, and Roddy gets to the bottom rope. It's my Gordon Soley impression. The Crimson Mask. Yeah, somebody had a good point on the old social medias the other day. Why does Marina Shafir still wear that key around her neck? Is that not the key to the briefcase that held the AEW championship belt? That's kind of a dead issue now. Spencer, they're in the Slack chat. The guys are spending your money. I don't want to be a rat, a tattletale, if you will, but is he looking for a backbreaker off the middle rope? No. Oh, it's the key to your heart. Well, I mean, that's not bad. Oof. And if any of you people out there have any ideas of things you want to see, things that I could use to fill that 40 hours, I'm all ears for ideas as well. So if you come up with something that's great that I haven't come up with, hit me up. Yeah, if you want to make money, Spencer, you're in the wrong industry, but I know you are more than aware of that. Daniel Garcia is cheating. Oh, here comes Kyle O'Reilly, the charismatic enigma. Leaping knee strike. Oh, here comes the great Yuta. Just a momentary distraction, which will cost Roderick Strong this matchup as he's in the Bulldog choke and he's forced to tap out. Even the guy in the Flames jersey's upset about that. Oh, no, he's clapping. Never mind. Oh, 3 o'clock. Oh, pardon me. 31 minutes in, Boris. 3 o'clock Eastern is when the... now, is that the time that the pre-show starts? Or is that the time that the pay-per-view starts? Because that's a 1 o'clock start my time, and I am all on board for that. All right, we're going back to Collision to discuss the, what was it, tables and tacks match? I don't like the haves versus the have-nots. I don't like, this is not a class war. This is a good guy against the bad guy. I don't like the class war thing. But again, what do I know? Should be a fun match, though. I'm looking forward to that one. Oh, we have exclusive comments. And we saw these already. Dude, he called Tony Khan dude. Listen, dude. Oh, listen to Tony Khan. God. Well, that didn't go very well for Max, now did it? The Hurt Syndicate Business Raider experience. I'm surprised I haven't given the Gates of Agony and Ricochet a name yet. Taya Leone and Bobby Lashley is up next. All right, it is commercially break time. Stick around. There's more Dynamite coming your way. Man, I gotta tell you, the world is a crazy place. I'm not going to elaborate on that anymore, but it's a dark time. So let's have some fun and watch AEW Dynamite. We are back from commercial. Here, yeah, it does look like a nice big crowd for them. I mean, it's only one tier, one level, but still, I mean, substantially more than can fit at the ECW arena as we see Ricochet and Bishop Khan, and oh my goodness, Toa Leone's like dressed up like, I don't know, is he, which one of the bloodline is he? You know what? I strike that from the record because that sounded racist and I don't mean it that way. He looks like a king. The Samoan lion. Okay, well, we've got a werewolf and we have a bulldozer. Now we got a lion. I'm okay with it. And here comes Robert Lashley. I would have thought that they were going to hang on to those tag team titles for a lot longer than they did. I was figuring like for real, like a year-long run. MVP dressed to the nines. As usual, I might add. Bobby Lashley in peak physical condition as per usual. That match should be interesting, actually. I'm looking forward to that one. I feel like if I'd have to once again take a look at that pay-per-view kind of top to bottom, but I feel like that's the one that I would start with. If I was in charge of the universe, which I am not. All right, there's the bell. We're underway with our second matchup of the evening. Speaking of hitting over 600, I should see how the Blue Jays are doing. Let's take a peek, shall we, kids? Currently 1-1 tie in the fourth inning. Blue Jays closing in on an American League East title. If you would have told me like a couple of months into the season that we would be in this position now, I would have said, hey, you're drunk. Go home. But I will take it. We'll see how this all shakes out. It's been a very interesting baseball season. We're gearing up for hockey season starting right away. CFL's down the home stretch. The Raiders lost on Monday. They're 1-1, but I'm learning more about our team a little bit. Some player names, like 2 of them, but still, I mean, it's more than 0 player names, but Canada Life Place in London, Ontario. Oh, it's the Saturday tailgate brawl at 2:00. A free special 1 hour something or other. Yeah, see, before they were showing that so small on the screen, I couldn't see what it said. Ooh, nice bump. Good job, Bobby Lashley. Guy like that doesn't have to do that very often, but it's not that when the time comes, he can. I don't think we had an apron bump in the first match. It looks like we're going to get one in the second match. So, things are getting better. Yep, there's your, god damn, there's your apron bump on the second match. So we're getting better. We're moving it down the card a little bit, And we're going to picture-in-picture commercial as we check to see if Bobby Lashley is dead. It would appear he is not dead as we're going to the overhead camera replay. Oh, yeah. That looked like it wasn't a good time. You can pay with Canadian Tire money? That is fabulous. Haven't people in Canada known for decades that you can pay with Canadian Tire money? Like, is this new information that I wasn't aware of? Any Canadians hanging out in the crowd tonight? I want to check something here. I want to see if I can get some information on what this whole tailgatey gimmick is. But it would appear there isn't really any information. Nope, nothing really on what that whole thing is all about on the AEW website, anyway. AEW has an Amazon store? Oh, not in Canada, they don't. All right, we're coming back from commercial. Arguably, see, Taz will not be sold out by the hardest part of the ring. He said that's arguably the hardest part of the ring. Like, I don't know what other part of the ring would be harder than that, but you're here to put me over? Okay, well, let's do it. Put me over. I'm ready. You're editing the footage from Purple City. Okay, all right. And two things. For a first-time referee, I didn't need. Okay, I'll take that. I will absolutely take that. And two, my footage was also neat. What footage? I don't have footage. Okay, but I don't know what you mean by footage because I didn't shoot any footage other than my little vlog thing that's on my YouTube channel. But I will take the first-time referee I didn't need because I was nervous. Nervous as HE double toothpicks for that because I didn't want to screw up anybody's matches, but It was a lot of fun. I really, really did learn a lot. Look at these two big meaty men slapping their meats. Big overhead throw. Cut him in half in the corner. Yeah, this has been a good, like, big, beefy, hard-hitting, big dude match. Uh-oh. Never take your eye off the man. That's what Hooper X taught me. And if you get that reference, take a promotion out of petty cash. Lashley ready. Oh, Taya Leone hit the high road. He didn't want any part of that. Oh, big spear. Lashley came down on his own head, which seems counterproductive, but whatever. Oh, and Vontavious Porter with the KO punch to Ricochet. Oh, and a hard throw into the barricade. Things are breaking down here in London, Canada. Not England. And the fans are loving it. Bishop Khan causing a distraction. Oh, the super duper kick from Shelton Benjamin. Oh, the pounce from Taya Leone. Oh, I thought he was actually going to win. How could I think such a thing? No one pins Bobby Lashley. Oh. He's got him in the master lock. Oh, I think Toa's going out from the old... Yep. That's it. He's out. He didn't tap out. I don't remember filming footage at Purple City, Spencer. Maybe I didn't. I just don't remember it. I've been known to not remember things. And if I did, then I am glad that I did good. Poor Ricochet. There's bodies flying everywhere as we set up this big 6-person grudge thing. There were different people running around with that camera, Spencer. I know Dustin was one of them. I did not, to my remembrance, ever have that camera. So I appreciate you saying nice things about me, but you could reserve those camera things. I believe it was Dustin, and I think maybe somebody else might have had it as well. But I'll take your referee compliment all day long because I do appreciate that. All right, we are in the old commercial. Stick around. We are going to come back momentarily. Actually, Spencer, I think I might know what you're talking about now. No, I did film a couple of matches, but Mr. Nasty Nate Nixon asked me to film his matches with his phone. So you did see me filming at ringside, but I was filming Nasty Nate's matches. My plan was to actually grab that camera on Sunday and film some matches, but I woke up Sunday and I felt like not a human being, so I bowed out. But the referee thing, yes, thank you. I do appreciate that because that was a lot of fun, and I did learn a lot. It was a very educational experience, and I know referees have a hard job and a very important job, and it was good to see it firsthand. I don't want to go too inside baseball, but Goose and William Taylor were working on their match, and they were telling me, well, we might do this, or we might do this, or we might do this for the finish. And I'm like, no, you pick one of them, and you tell me which one it is, because I am not that good. So I would like to know concrete what it's going to be. And thankfully, they obliged me. I know Fitz and Ben, who are the best in the business, they can roll with the punches, but I was not ready to roll at that time. Alrighty, we're closing in on the end of our numero uno. That ain't no baby. September to remember. Uh-oh. What's Tony got cooking here? Oh, here comes Cope and Christian not entering together. Oh, pardon me. Not entering together, I might add. I wonder how many more matches he's got in the tank there. Is he coming up on the end of the second run here? Be nice to see him going out on his own terms. New Music Inferno. What is going on in Las Vegas, Nevada, my friend? I hope all is well and sunny and hot in the city of sin. That was pretty good. I might have a future in this whole broadcasting thing. There's Flames jersey guy again. I need to know who that guy is. Somebody needs to find that guy. It's like I'm putting a mom head out. I need you to find that guy. Alrighty, let's bring out the cage of Christian. You were supposed to be live with a band, like live where with a band, like at a club or a bar, or and how does a band no show? How does that even happen? It's not a great business strategy is to be a band and to not show up places. and they sing along to the theme song. Oh, on your podcast via Zoom. I assume your podcast is called New Music Inferno. I would like to know more about this podcast. So send me some information on that because I would like to check that out. Send me it on the old Twitter machine that you see right down here or what have you, because I would like to check that out. I love me some music. I love me some new music. Here comes Christian Cage and his turtleneck, which is a fabulous look. That should be actually a really fun match. I'm looking forward to that. Cope and Cage against FDR. I was wondering why. So WWE owns the name Christian, but they don't own the name Christian Cage. So I wonder if Edge could have been like Elite Edge and gotten away with that. Or am I stretching the truth more than it could be stretched? If that makes any sense. All right, here comes Dax and Cash. And yeah, nice. Looks like a nice big crowd for AEW tonight. That's good. Surrounded by security. Oh, you nasty heels. Let's see if I recognize any of these guys. Actually, I should take a look. I do recognize one of those guys, actually, right? Oh, I recognize a couple of those guys. Aha! I see Mo Jabari and I see my home slice of Amir Jordan. Rad. That was fabulous. That popped me in a big way. I'm positive. There's Mo Jabari. And I'm positive Amir Jordan was one of the first guys that came out. Yeah, send that over there, New Music Inferno, or NMI, as I'm going to call you, because I would definitely like to check that out. I'm positive I saw Amir Jordan. Fabulous. I love me some Amir Jordan. One of my favorite people in the wrestling business. I'm sure the other guys in there might be other workers out of Ontario that I may not be as familiar with, but show me Amir Jordan. I swear I saw him. I want to make sure I'm not crazy. I don't even care about this promo anymore. Now I just want to see Amir Jordan. Big Stoke has almost Don Callis levels of heat. Almost. Oh, Stokely, how dare you speak that way? He was a yacht in New Orleans for WrestleMania 34, and my son and I, we had a hotel, like a Best Western or a Quality Inn or something that was walking distance to the Superdome. So a few days before, we had a little bit of extra time, so we thought we'd do like a dry run and walk to the Superdome just to make sure, we knew, the best way to walk there. We could see it in the distance, but we thought we would just walk down there just to see how it went. And we were walking towards us on the phone was Dax Harwood. We didn't say anything to him because he was on his phone, but after he passed us, I looked at my son and I was like, was that Dash from the Revival? And they're like, yeah, that was Dash from the Revival. So if he wasn't on his phone, we might have, tried to respectfully say hello, but we didn't want to just bother him while he was on the phone. And it was funny because we got to the Superdome. They had just opened one of the big merchandise stores. So we were one of the first people to get in there and get the first crack and look at the merchandise, which is really cool. My son bought, they had a fabulous calendar, a Rusev calendar where every day was Rusev Day. It was awesome. Yes, I saw Amir cooking out there, looking fabulous, being amazing. I love me some Amir Jordan. Yeah, I got a chance to go to 2 WrestleManias. I went to 31 in San Francisco, Santa Clara, whatever you want to call it. And then I went to 34 in New Orleans. Both really fun for different reasons. And yeah, I will never be able to afford to do it again. So I'm glad that I got to do it a couple times. It was especially the second time. I went with my oldest son. Just him and I, we went to 9 shows in 4 days and 8 American fast food that we're not able to get in Canada. And it was fabulous. One of the best weeks of my life. Oh yeah, because you have WrestleMania's in Vegas this time around again. Right on. No travel for you. Tickets are expensive though. Ringside tickets I saw for both nights, $10,000. It's ridiculous. Adam Copeland's had enough of this nonsense. Oh, Stokely gets no hose. That will be a chant. Yeah, Spencer, I don't know. What do you think of the whole Saudi WrestleMania thing? It's a little icky to me. I don't know. There'll be no hose signs all over the pay-per-view on Saturday, I'm sure. Listen to Adam Copeland. He said, hey, you want to make some good points, eh? Christian hasn't said anything yet, has he? Would I want to live stream TNA, do watch-alongs of TNA TV? I do watch TNA TV, and I do enjoy TNA TV. So, I mean, something that could be talked about. I'm excited they're going to be right here in Edmonton next week. Looking forward to checking out the Thursday, the Night of Champions Q&A session at the Rec Room, and then Victory Road on Friday and Impact on Saturday, if memory serves me. Yeah, really looking forward. Never been to a TNA live event before, so I'm really excited to see. And apparently it's sold really well to the point where they got to open up, or they're opening up new tickets, and they might set a weekend attendance record, is what I'm hearing. So good for that. Christian has been very quiet during this particular promo segment. Da 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 da. I'm not sure what the Creator Sports Network is, but oh, there's more ho comments. Hose, hose, hose. Yeah, Mania's fun, especially if you go to indie shows. Get in there, Bilal. Fix this whole problem here. Where's Bilal? I don't see him. These poor security guards are being manhandled. They did not sign up for this. Oh, Dax is bleeding again? This poor guy. He gets potatoed a lot. Well, yeah, he is leaking pretty good. I hope it wasn't one of these security guards that did that. Don't Renee Paquette looking for Max and Jeremy Buck. Oh, that's really cool. Right on. Oh, they're spending all that money. That was a very manly sneeze. Oh, they just gave Renee some cash. Oh, real US dollars, too. She could retire on that. All right. Back to the ring. Here come the Bucks of Youth with what looks like a much more appropriate entrance type video. You know, they shouldn't be walking around with that big bag of money. I mean, Canadians by nature were very honest people, but I mean, that bag could grow legs and walk away, if you know what I'm saying. The Young Bucks are the best tag team ever. They gave them money. My God, I wonder if the booker made that sign. Oh, they went to the casino. I'm not a casino guy. Even when I went to Vegas, I gambled very, very little. I don't have heaps of luck, put it that way. I got a bit of a black cloud that follows me around. All right, here comes the BBG, a.k.a. the Gang of Bang Bang. See, I don't know. I've heard rumors that they still don't do that. That they don't give away free drinks anymore. But well, there you go. I mean, I look confused pretty much all the time, so I would just need to like hang out and buy the slots and just look like my normal self, and I might get a bevy or two. So that is Austin or Colton Gunn. I don't know which one, and I mean no disrespect. I think it's Colton. The ladder match, I'm sure, will be full of nonsense, as I like to call it. And I mean that in the best possible way. I love me some nonsense. Juice Robinson was Kevin Owens' first opponent in WWE, if memory serves me correctly. He had a different name then. I forget what it was. He was like Soleil Moon Friday or some hippie gimmick like that. And yeah, he was Kevin Owens' first opponent on NXT, and then Owens turned heel on Sami Zayn after he won the NXT title. That was a fabulous episode. Can't remember what the gimmick name was, though. I'm sure Spencer will remember. That's it. CJ Parker, not Soleil Moonfry. You know who Soleil Moonfry was? That was Punky Brewster, which I think might be a bit before your time. Yeah, Juice is pretty rad. I agree. Colton is Hurt Gun, so that would make this Austin Gun. All right. See, I got it all figured out now. I just need to be spoon-fed the information, and then I'm good to go. So sometime in the next 45 minutes, I'm expecting a call from Mrs. Boris. Mrs. Boris is currently in Duluth, Minnesota at a work function because she is fabulous at her job. She flew out on Tuesday morning, and she's in Duluth, Minnesota, doing Minnesota things. And she said she'd call me around 9 o'clock their time, 8 o'clock our time. So I may have to step away for a moment. Speaking of stepping away, we're going to step away during the commercial break. I got to use a little Boris's room. But yeah, stick around. We're having a blast here. 3-hour AEW Dynamite. All right, we're coming back from commercial. It is the Bucks and the Bang Bangs. Winner moves on to the ladder match. There's 4 teams in the ladder match. I don't know how we're determining who the other 2 teams are, but maybe I'm not paying attention. I'm going to break some exclusive news. All right. I will not add you to the stream, but yes, we will break some exclusive news. I'm excited. I like breaking exclusive news. Austin Gunn's got a very Brutus the Barber beefcake sort of look going on here, except for he's got the fringe, but he doesn't have the big cutout panels. But the pink leopard print, it's very what's the word? Very Outrunners. Boy, the Young Bucks are sure throwing around this money that they earned. Oh, try to pay off the referee. You can't do that. It certainly looked like Nick tried to pay off the referee. I'm no Rhodes Scholar. Yeah, so how are they going to determine the other 2? Is there another tag match or 2 tonight that I don't know about, that I'm not paying attention to? Who knows? There's so many questions I don't have answers for because of all the amazing preparation I do for these streams. Big senton backsplash from the juicer. Big tag. Here comes the juicer. Oh, look at the famouser from the 2nd generation gun. Doesn't it just bring a smile to your heart to see the kids, doing the thing? There's spotties everywhere here. When the Bucks get cooking. Ooh, Sunset German. Juice gets the shoulder up. It's been a fun match.
Hey, Boris, I just wanted to say I love you.
Thank you, Spencer Love. I love you too, brother. All right, I've been given the task here. I don't see it. It's not there, Spencer. I don't see it. All right, Spencer gave me something to break some news, but I don't see it. All right, I apologize, Spencer. I know I don't mean to be difficult, but it ain't there. But if and when it is there, I'll make it happen. Meanwhile, Juice Robinson and Austin Gunn and the Young Bucks are competing for a spot in the AEW Tag Team Championship ladder match. Oh, this is a fun announcement, too. I'm psyched about this. I like making announcements. You see, here at Love Wrestling, the hits just keep on coming. Just when you think you just keep your socks off because, we just keep blowing them off. We might blow your pants off or your headband, your Zellers socks. Apparently Zellers is back open again. I got to get down there. I got to see if there's anything I need at Zellers. I bought a WrestleMania 18 t-shirt at Zellers 1,000 years ago. Oh, there it is, Spencer. Thank you, sir. It is in there. I will make it happen, Captain. Thanks, brother. All the love.
I love you.
All right, as soon as we go to commercial, I will make this announcement. The Young Bucks, I believe, just came out victorious, and they're scraping up all the cash they threw around off of the canvas. So we got the Young Bucks and Brodito. 2 more teams to be announced somehow. I don't know how that's all happening, but... Oh, we got the Beast Mortos and Mascara Dorada coming up next. All right, so we are in commercial. I have been tasked to make this announcement, and I am very pleased to do so. Coming up on the Quizplex on a day that I don't know what the actual date is, we have got Quizplex champion Rich King, as well as Leah Sparks, and in advance of their historic first shows here in Edmonton, Alberta, the TNA International Champion Steve Macklin, all coming up on Quizplex. Again, champion Rich King, Leah Sparks, and current reigning and defending TNA International Champion Steve Macklin on Quizplex. How rad is that, kids? Next Tuesday, September 23rd. I apologize. I did not know that. Thank you, Spencer. I appreciate you being the one who knows what's going on around here. But yes, next Tuesday, that's going to be a lot of fun. I might have to sneak in and watch that in the wings. Quizplex interests me greatly. Yes, I agree. The guns have improved a great deal. But yes, once again, Quizplex coming up Tuesday the 23rd. That is going to be dope, as the kids like to say. Yes, Fernando, I agree. I'm going to have to tune in for that. I believe it is 8 p.m. Mountain, or is it 6 p.m. Mountain? I have all the information. Spencer, I don't know why you don't fire me. I mean well. I do care. I just, this is why, announcers have stuff written for them on cards so they have all the information. Yeah, I love me some trivia, too. In fact, speaking of trivia, 8 p.m. Mountain, immediately following NXT. See, I knew what was going on. Last week on Saturday Night Love, I defeated my good friend and confidant, Mr. Warren Diesel Barris, at Office Trivia. So it's nice to win things. Oh, and all proceeds benefit Edmonton's own Stollery Children's Hospital. I mean, that's even better. That's not what I was told, but nonetheless, I was told something different. But it doesn't matter because money goes to charity, and that is what's most important. We are in commercial as we speak. There's been a lot less food advertisements this week on Love Pro Wrestling. Usually it's a lot of like Little Caesars and like A&W, and now we're selling cars and cold medicine and auto body repair. It's all over the map. So I think this tailgate brawl is basically what the pre-show is. We got Julia Hart, Sky Blue, Megan Bain, and Penelope Ford against Bill Nightingale, Mina Shirakawa, Harley Cameron, and somebody else I didn't see because the thing went off too quickly. So yes, when it comes to Quizplex, donate to your favorite players. $5 equals 100 points. Winners are bought, and we all know how much I love that. But hey, it's all about getting money to places in need, so that is what's important. So yeah, tune into that Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Mountain, 10 p.m. Eastern, right after NXT. I might have to get my butt on there and tune in as well because I have a vested interest. Right now we have a video for that 8-woman tag team match that's happening at the Tailgate Brawl thingamajigger. Still to come, Queen Amanada and Tekla in a no-holds-barred matchup as we see the Beast Mortos making his way to the ring. Mascara Dorada and the Beast Mortos. We are going to get some beautiful Lucha Libre action. And this is a match in that incredibly confusing AEW International. Okada has to compete to defend his own title that I don't understand championship thing. The king of the ropes, if you will. I love me some Beast Mortos. I love me some Mascara Dorada. All of this is all good. The big CML anniversary show is coming up right away. It's going to be, I can't remember. It's being broadcast somewhere interesting this year. I think Triller. I wonder how much that costs because I love me some Lucha. I wanted to check out the latest Worlds Collide show, but I'm icked out, man. I gotta be honest and speak my truth. I'm icked out by anything that comes out of Stamford, Connecticut right now. That's just me being real. Which sucks because I do know people that work there. Not like super great friends, but I know people that work there. Off the ring post, springing with the twisting arm drag. Makes it look easy. I could do that. I couldn't do that. I'm lying. Oh, the big pounce. Why would you do the pounce when somebody else did the pounce earlier in the night? Why would you do 2 pounces? Why? Why? This is why we talk about these things. Yeah, Mortos is not a small dude either. That is very true. And we are going to the commercial. And while we're in commercial, we'll take care of some business as we like to do here. Of course, LPW 41 is coming your way, right straight up in your face, cracking your dome on October the 3rd at the Rec Room in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. You can get tickets at Tixter.com. If you cannot be there live to see it happen to you in person, you can check us out on IWTV at 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain with the sultry tones of yours truly, Big Bad Boris. I'm not sure what's going on Saturday Night Love this week or if there even will be one. I'm still not sure what my plans are, so stick around to my social media for that. Tuesday, as I mentioned, breaking news. We have got Rich King, the reigning and defending Quizplex champion, competing against Leah Sparks and the TNA International Champion Steve Macklin ahead of their big shows here in Edmonton, Alberta, coming up next weekend. And if that couldn't be enough for you, if you still are like, Boris, that's good, but I want more. November 14th, you're going to get all of me you can handle as Love Wrestling and myself present the 40-hour Extreme. I will be streaming on Twitch for 40 hours straight to raise money for the Edmonton chapter of the Canadian Mental Health Association. I've got some fun stuff planned, but a bit of serious stuff too. I'm going to tell my story, which is terrifying, but also I think is something that needs to be told. So stick around for all of that stuff coming up in the upcoming weeks and months here on the Love Wrestling Broadcasting Network. I don't know who's going to drive me home, but the first night, the Friday night, I don't think I'll have 17 beers because I actually have to work the shoot job on Saturday. Now, the Saturday night Impact TV taping, all bets are off, and I might have the 17 beers from the first night and the 17 beers for the second night, which makes 34, I think. 34 beers in one night of and this is actually kind of cool because this will be the last TV taping before the big Bound for Glory. So it'll be like the go home TV before Bound for Glory. So I think we're in for some fun stuff. I'm really, really excited to see TNA live. This is the furthest they've come in west in Canada. So this is going to be really interesting for me to see, just what they do and how they do it and all that kind of stuff. And you rock. I don't rock. You rock. Now we're going back from commercial. Look at that. I timed that beautifully. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Mascara Dorada and the Beast Mortos. I think you can get AEW pay-per-views on Amazon Prime now, too. I wonder, I got to look and see what the damage is, so to speak, on that. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Kyle Fletcher threatened Hangman Page to kill his entire family, so we have to stay tuned for that. And there's another apron pile driver, because why not? There are lucha bodies everywhere, all over London, Canada. Yeah, this has been fun. I like me some lucha. I don't watch enough lucha. I would have to quit my job to watch all the wrestling that I want to watch. There's just not enough time. Mascara Dorada on the top, landing on his feet and rolling through, but caught into something. Oh, a backbreaker that looked like it was not a good time. More flippy pile drivers, which I've done. I have done the flipping pile driver. I actually won. This is a true story that no one will ever see. But I won a battle royal with a flipping pile driver. That's a true story. I should have a cage match profile, but I don't. See, people were shitting on the putting the X, the tweets on the screen. A lot of people were saying they didn't like it, but I don't know why. But I really, really like them putting the tweets on the screen. It's a bit of a throwback to when social media started to become a thing, and I don't know. I like it. I think it's cool, and I can't even put on. I'll put my finger on why I like it, but I like it. And it's a great way to get engagement on social media because, people will be like, I'm going to tweet a bunch of AEW things and maybe they'll put my tweet on TV. Hello. How are you doing, Maria? We are in the midst of the 3-hour AEW September to Remember fiasco. It's been fun, though. It's been a good show so far. Now, Spencer, do you mean like 17 beers? Like we're each going to have like 8.5? Or are we each going to have 17? Because like this has to be planned for both like financially and like rides home and poisoning. These things need to be taken into consideration. $17 apiece. Yikes. I might need to sell a kidney and might need my kidney. 64 metric beers. Man. Over 2 days. 64 metric beers over 2 days. I might need to sell a kidney, which I will need if I'm going to drink 64 metric beers. So I'm going to have to talk to the organ farmers and... All right, so Mascara Dorada wins the match. He will advance to the AEW Unified Championship three-way Takeshita, Okada, and Dorada, which, rolls off the tongue, but also will be a banger of a match. As we see the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, come with his title and then the other 2 titles that make the new title, because this is some of the most confusing shit that's ever happened in the history of the wrestling business. Oh, yeah, that's somebody that Jim Cornette loves to hate on, too, is Okada. Calls him lazy. Now, I understand that Kazuchika Okada came to the States, signed with All Elite Wrestling, and he's kind of like, in my opinion, he's a little bit like, oh, man, why is the name? I can't pull names out of my brain. He's a bit like Shinsuke Nakamura. He's going to come over here. He's going to wrestle. He's not going to bust his... break his back and break his body, but he's going to have decent matches and make some money and do his thing. So I think you could say that Okada's not, going out there and having, 5-star banger matches every single time, but he doesn't really have to do that either. Mascara Dorada takes out Okada. I do love me some Beast Mortos. I agree with you, Fernando. I'd like to see him. Maybe ROH is a good place for him to get a bit of a push, or maybe on the Collision show. Oh, coming up next, we have a spotlight on the women's champion, Timeless Toni Storm. So stick around. We'll be right back. All right, we're waiting to come back from the commercial here on AEW Dynamite. And here comes the timeless one, your AEW Women's Champion. Let's count the innuendos. Now, nobody, I tried to do something cool this week, and everybody no-sold it. So I'm going to show you this here. Hang on a second. If you're able, while we're looking at Timeless Tony Storm, if you're able to look at your screen right now, this is the advertise. Hang on a second here. Let me get the comments out of the way. This is the graphic I used to advertise the watch-along this week, and I took the lips, the ruby red lips of Tony Storm, and I put them on myself in the bottom right corner there. You see the little silhouette of me, or whatever you want to call it, and nobody mentioned the big ruby red lips of Boris on that little graphic that I made. So I gotta tell you, I was a little bit sad, but you know what? That's okay. Let's hear what Tony has to say. Her hair is not did. Count the innuendos, kids. Whoa. This language, questionable. Sorry, I'm messing with my light here. I don't know how I feel about it, but it doesn't matter. That seems excessive, but okay. That's a marijuana reference. My God, think of the children. Oh, it's Jamie Hayter. Are we going to hear from Tekla? Oh, and here comes Chris Statlander. The ovaries? My God. Well, we couldn't get away with this without the toxic spider, can we? And she brought referees with her. Where's Amir Jordan? He'll settle. He'll keep order in this whole mess. All right, it's no holds barred time. Tekla in the ring. I think, Fernando, you might be right on this one, I think, which would be interesting. Here comes Queen Abonada, not dressed for the street fight. That's a very old school thing. I remember when I was a kid and there were like street fights or Texas death matches, the guys would come in like t-shirts and jeans. And I think, like, when I was a kid, it always added a bit of like, oh, they're ready to scrap it out in the jeans. So when I see that now, I respect that. I muted my very manly sneeze I just had. There are chairs and tables under the ring. My goodness. Well, who am I to tell anybody about fashion? I don't know nothing. Queen Amanada looking for more plunder under the ring. Some kendo sticks. A trash can lid that is missing a trash can. Well, we still got a bunch of matches to go here. Oh, we are going to figure out who the other two are in the ladder match tonight. Never mind. We got Top Flight again, Hechicero on Josh Alexander. Jet Speed as well. Oh, there's Kyrie Flames guy. Look at that. Look at that jersey. That's a beautiful thing right there. That is a very old school Jerome McGinley jersey with the blasty on the shoulders. Much respect to that man. I don't know who he is, but he's my man. All right, we're going to commercial. I got to handle some business here. Sit tight. We'll be right back. All right, we're getting ready to come back from the commercials. TSN commercial for the WNBA playoffs. I'm excited to see the WNBA coming to Toronto next year. I'm not a huge basketball guy, but I mean, I think that's cool that they're spreading their wings into Canada. There's a lot of chairs and plunder in this ring as we come back from commercial to Tekla and Queen Amanada in a street fight without honor or whatever it's called. Oh, I haven't done the what's for dinner tonight either. No one's asked me. Usually people will be like, Boris, what do you have for supper? Somebody in the chat should be like, hey, Boris, what are you having for supper? And then I could do it. It's got to be organic, you know? Yeah, this is stacking up to be a pretty good pay-per-view. In fairness, AEW usually do pay-per-view pretty well. Hey, Spencer, have we got any more matches for the show we can announce too? I'm in the mood to like break some news. Oh, look at this. Hey, Boris, what will be for dinner tonight? Well, I'm glad that you asked me that.
What's for dinner? Let's find out. Something tasty, there's no doubt. Boris is hungry, he's ready to eat. Then off to bed, his night's complete. What's for dinner?
Well, what is for dinner tonight? So as I mentioned moments ago, the Mrs. Boris is currently in Duluth, Minnesota. I'm awaiting her call any second now. I may have to duck out for a minute. In Duluth, Minnesota for a work function type thing. So she, because she loves me and I am a helpless man, according to her, she cooked me a few things that I could have for supper while she was gone. And one of the things that she made is this dish that she makes that is fabulous. It is a deconstructed egg roll. So it's basically like the filling of an egg roll without like the wrap. And you put some rice down as a bed, you put the deconstructed egg roll on the top of it, and you heat it up, and it's delicious, delicious, delicious. So I will be having for dinner tonight, as soon as we're done here, a deconstructed egg roll, and then I'll be getting my butt to bed for work tomorrow. All right, so we've reached the end of AEW Dynamite. Technically, this is still Dynamite, but again, as I mentioned, according to my my cable box, this is now Collision. And even so, looking at my internet feed right now, it says that this is now Season 3, Episode 38 of Collision. I don't think that means anything to anybody, but I figured I would tell you anyway. Oh, Tekla with the trash can to the skull. Where did Tekla work before she came to AEW? Was she a Stardom girl, or I'm not sure. That is more research that I will have to do. Yes, we've got a couple of tag team matches still to come to fill out the ladder match at the pay-per-view on Sunday. And the Toxic Spider gets the win. Taking pictures of things. I don't know if we've heard Tekla speak before. Straight from Stardom. Okay, that's fair. Oh my goodness, Tony Storm. We're all scrapping it out. And here comes Jamie Hayter, which means the other one. Oh, there comes Chris Statlander as well. This is why we can have nice things here in All Elite Wrestling, kids. Oh, here come the Triangle of Madness. Ah, here comes the Great Yuta to ruin this whole thing. Do you think we see Chris Statlander as a Death Rider? I don't think you want to put too many people in that. And they just added Daniel Garcia. And I think the more people you put in that, the kind of more watered down it becomes, if that makes sense. And Tekla is dragged out of the ring. She will live to fight another day. Those Australian ladies, they're feisty. I've heard this from multiple sources. I've also heard from my Australian source that kangaroos, which I thought were kind of assholes, apparently kangaroos are fine unless they're horny. So if you come across a kangaroo, if it's horny, then you might want to back up. But if it's not, I think you're going to be okay. This is what I've learned. We've got tag team qualifiers coming up. I don't understand what that means. What sounds like it comes from Josh? I don't know what that means. I apologize. I'm not very smart. I love me some Christopher Daniels. That's a man who deserves his flowers. Look at Hangman Page. giving advice. There you go. And here comes Kill Switch. Don't call me Luchasaurus. Where's Kip Sabian? Oh, and Shayna Wade. Now, we all know, if you've been a viewer of this broadcast for any time in the recent history, you know that I love me some Nick Wayne's mom. This is where I miss having Ophelia Payne here as my co-host. She's over on the Hive doing amazing things on the Hive. But right now, this is where we would talk about Nick Wayne's mom. Speaking of awesome things, here comes Jet Speed, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Kevin Knight. I love me some Speedball Mike Bailey too. Solid dude. Yeah, I don't know who Bridges Ablaze are, but if you're in Bridges Ablaze and you stand up, my friend, you got heat with me. All right. Now, let me focus here. All right. Kip Sabian, Kevin Knight. See, ordinarily, if this was a regular episode of Impact, I would already be eating my supper and getting ready for bed. But because of the 3 hours, I'm committed to stay here with you as long as it takes. A productivity drink. It's not even an energy drink. It's a productivity drink. I don't even know what that means. What's the difference between a productivity drink and an energy drink? Look at Jet Speed doing business. Now, listen, Kevin Knight, you stay away from Nick Wayne's mom. Oh, Speedball got dumped. That did not look fun. I apologize. I'm being very unprofessional right now. Let's check the score of baseball. Oh, the Blue Jays lost. Dag nabbit. That is sad. Listen, Shayna Wayne is an amazing distraction. All right, we're going to commercial, which leads me to handle some business as I continually handle. LPW 41 is coming our way on October the 3rd. Tickets available at Tixter.com. If you are here in the Edmonton area, if you are not, you can still check out some of the best professional wrestling that Western Canada and Canada in general has to offer at 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on IWTV. I highly suggest you check it out. We got a good thing going here in LPW. It's I really believe it's like one of the best kept secrets in professional wrestling in Western Canada and really in wrestling, independent wrestling period. We got good stuff going on. As for Saturday Night Love, I don't know what's going on this week or not yet. I might have a thing that I want to go do, so I might not do a show. If I do decide to do one, just stick around and check my social medias, and I will have information on whether that's happening or not. Coming up in wait, hang on. Let's do this properly because I forgot about this bad boy. We have got Quizplex coming up this Tuesday, 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 10 o'clock Eastern. We have got Rich King, your Quizplex champion, taking on Leah Sparks, and in advance of their great historic first shows here in Edmonton, Alberta, the TNA International Champion Steve Macklin. That is going to be super fun. I will definitely be lurking in the shadows for that one. And then, of course, my baby, coming up November 14th, the 40-hour insane idea that I came up with. Love Pro Wrestling presents Big Bad Boris' 40-hour extreme. November 14th, I will be streaming on Twitch live for 40 hours to raise money for the Canadian Mental Health Association, especially here in Edmonton. The screen crawl you see at the bottom of your stream is the URL for you to make a donation. You can also make a donation by scanning that QR code in the bottom of the screen, which I have covered up right now because I'm not very good at doing anything. But that's coming out November 14th. This is the picture of me with Tony Storm's lips, which I thought would really get over and people would be excited, but it didn't really catch on as well as I hoped that it would, which is kind of a bummer. Stick around. We're coming back right away with the tail. We got 45 minutes to go of the Dynamite Watchalong September to Remember. All right, we are back live as we continually work our way to find out who will be the other two teams in the big ladder match coming up at the pay-per-view on Saturday. Speedball tries to take Killswitch over. But with some help from Kevin Knight, he gets it done. My God. The world does not deserve this kind of action. Yeah, this has been a good night. This has been good matches, getting ready, setting this table for the pay-per-view. No complaints so far. So yeah, Top Flight against Hechicero and Josh Alexander will be our main event. We also get Robin Renegade and Riho. I used to watch the Ring of Honor show every week, and this was quite a while ago. I was watching it more out of habit than enjoyment, and I mean no disrespect by that, but they were really pushing. They were trying to make the Renegades a thing. And I think it's kind of cool. We're going to see Robin Renegade on the big show. I have not finished the Ring of Honor show from the 2300 Arena. It's on my list of things to do. I do have it. I just haven't made my way through it. Sometimes I think of Ring of Honor and I'm sad, but at the same time, I mean, it's good that Tony bought it, because I think if Tony didn't buy it, it would just be nothing. So I think it's better that it's something, even if it's this kind of like, I don't want to say forgotten brand, but this just kind of like not necessarily focused on brand, but at least it's still a thing. Because there's equity in that name, and I have a lot of positive wrestling memories of Ring of Honor over the past, 20, almost 30 years, or however long it's been. Kip Sabian is now legal. Nope. Speedball folds him up. Sabian out of 2. Oh, Killswitch did not let Kip Sabian cheat. This is very interesting. Nick Wayne might have to come back and sort all this nonsense out. Oh, but Killswitch will not accept your tag. He's had enough of your nonsense. Is Killswitch going to turn face and go back to the Luchasaurus name? I mean, I don't hate that idea. There's the big kick from the Ball of Speed. And Speedball and Kevin Knight will make their way to the pay-per-view in the ladder match. Shayna Wayne is sad. I would love to console her. I would, I would hold her tight and tell her everything's going to be okay. So we got Brodito, the Young Bucks, and Jet Speed so far. I mean, that's all good with me. Things are not going well in the former patriarchy camp. Oh, here's Big Bill talking about Eddie Kingston. We are not an international embarrassment. How dare you? I love Brian Keith. Brian Keith reminds me of Tommy Rich back in the ECW days with Steve Corino talking about, hitting the high spot and stealing the promos. Brian Keith steals the promos. All right, up next, we got Riho and Robin Renegade. A main event in any building in the world. Stick around. All right, we are coming back from the commercial. Couple more matches to go here. We should be looking at Riho and Robin Renegade. And I think we're going to run down the card here for the pay-per-view. We got Jon Moxley and Darby Allin in the coffin match. Oh, Bryan Danielson sat down with Darby Allin. Let's see what he had to say. Yeah, that Mount Everest thing, that's it's pretty wild. I wonder if there's a documentary or if there's enough footage they filmed to make a documentary. Look at Darby delivering the goods here. This is a good little vignette. Who's whispering? My God! Oh, what did Bryan Danielson whisper to Darby Allin? And here comes Mercedes Monet, or as Jim Cornette would say, Mercedes Mode. I'm sure Mercedes wants to get a closer look at Riho, who she will be taking on at the pay-per-view on Saturday. The belt collection is getting a little bit ridiculous. Riho has a lot of crinolines. Yes, those are crinolines. How do I know those are crinolines? I don't really know how I know those are crinolines, but regardless, crinolines. Oh, they didn't even give Robin Renegade an entrance? Come on now. Come on now. This is an advertised match. This isn't some jobber nonsense. How dare you not give Robin Renegade an entrance? I'm going to write a strongly worded letter. Me and Calvin Flames Jersey guy were both not happy about this. I forgot that Riho was the first women's champion. It's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Look at Riho with the big drop kick. Something tells me she's here for a good time and not a long time. But Riho must dive because, just because. Woo. All right, we're stepping away for only 90 seconds. All right, we're heading back from the 90-second commercial. Oh, Riho went for the big crossbody, but got caught by the ever-powerful Robin Renegade, who has a tag team partner that is another person with a last name of Renegade, but I don't remember what the name is. That might be a Ring of Honor website roster question. Woo. Things are getting spicy out there in our semi-main event of September to Benember. Oh, the AEW 5th anniversary is coming up on October 1st in Hollywood, Florida. AEW Dynamite title Tuesday, but Dynamite's on a Wednesday. What is this madness? This might be the beginning of the end of Robin Renegade. Ooh. And Riho gets the victory as she stares daggers to Mercedes Moné ahead of their big TBS championship bout Saturday at All Out at 3 p.m. Eastern in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Oh no, Robin Renegade. Why are you doing Robin Renegade things? Damn it. Damn it. Why? Why does this have to happen on our television program? So we got one more match to go, which will give us our final competitor in the four-way ladder match at the pay-per-view on Saturday, as Sky Flight will take on Hechicero and Josh Alexander. All right, I think we're going back to Collision here for... Oh, yes, we saw Anthony Bowens and Max Caster make an unlikely reunion with a little bit of help from Jerry Lynn on Saturday. I love me some Jerry Lynn. Legend. Look at Jerry. It looks like he can still go. All right, we're going to what I assume is our last commercial, but it's probably not our last commercial. But we're going to go to commercial. Stick around. We got main event coming up. All right, we're coming back in the home stretch of our 3-hour watch along of AEW Dynamite. I love me some Samoa Joe. Yeah, Jim Cornette hates Katsuyori Shibata as well, which I don't understand. But I think Jim Cornette just hates anybody who's... no, I don't want to say it. Never mind. You know what? Forget it. Forget it. Tailgate Brawl Saturday at All Out. So I think the Tailgate Brawl is the pre-show. We got Garcia and Shibata. I mean, that's cool. I'm down with that. All right, we're heading to the ring. It is time for our main event here at the September to Remember AEW Dynamite. Oh, is Don Callis going to introduce Hechicero? That's Mexican. Mexican. Fabulous. Don Callis introduces Josh Alexander. Okay, the super close up on Don Callis's mouth. I could do without, but I get it. Here comes Skyflight, Dante and Darius Martin, along with Christopher Daniels and Scorpio Sky. I remember, was it Dante Martin that had that really, really unfortunate leg break at the Ring of Honor show at WrestleMania weekend? I want to say 2 years ago. Unfortunate. As it was also unfortunate that Ring of Honor did not do a WrestleMania weekend show. I think the WrestleMania weekend show they were supposed to do was the one they just did in Philly at the 2300 Arena. Because, yeah, Ring of Honor, a big part for me of WrestleMania weekend, especially the 2 WrestleManias that I went to. I had a blast. WrestleMania 34. The Ring of Honor show, the Supercard of Honor show I went to was my favorite show of the 9 that I saw, including WrestleMania, because that was like when Ring of Honor was kind of at its peak. Bullet Club was like at its apex of cool, and Cody was there, and Kenny Omega was there, and the Bucks were there, and they brought in a bunch of the New Japan guys, and I got to see, Tanahashi, and yeah, fabulous show. My favorite show of that whole run. Every so often I go back and I put that show on and I just feel happy that I got to be there. But right now, main event time. There better not be a goddamn overrun because they've done a 3-hour show and I need to eat my deconstructed egg roll and go to bed because I'm an old man and I have to work tomorrow. Up and over. Dante Martin with the big crossbody. I mean, let's be honest. There's no way that the Martin brothers win this match, right? But it doesn't mean we can't have fun getting there. And that's what I always say. A lot of people are like, it's so obvious that so-and-so is going to win this match. But yeah, but it doesn't mean we can't enjoy the ride to get to that point. Onto the knee. Oh, the Martin brothers looking good early on. I smell a commercial break coming on. Oh, crossbody to the back. Sends Darius Martin down to the floor. I knew it. I knew we were going to commercial. They fooled me, Jerry. We'll be right back, hopefully to ride out the last few minutes of this amazing 3-hour AEW Dynamite. Stick around. All right, we'll be coming back momentarily to AEW Dynamite. I want to talk about what Fernando's saying here. Top Flight deserves way better booking. I understand where that's coming from, but the problem with Top Flight is not super great promos. And I think that's part of the reason why they're being paired up with Christopher Daniels and Scorpio Sky, is because they can kind of talk for them. And hopefully that can kind of overcome that little bit of deficit, because in ring, I mean, especially for like the style of wrestling that AEW does, I think the Top Flight are fantastic. But charisma-wise and promo-wise, they're not top tier. But hopefully Christopher Daniels, who is one of the best promos in independent and pro wrestling in the last 30 years or so, can definitely be an asset to them. So I understand where you're coming from that for sure. All right, we're coming back right away here to our main event. This has been a lot of fun. This has been a good it's been a good show. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. I know sometimes this can be a little bit dry, just me shouting into the abyss. So I appreciate everybody who is contributing in the chat or just out there listening to me talk all my nonsense, it's good to know that I'm not just shouting into the void and there's somebody out there who is paying attention to my nonsense, because my nonsense is very near and dear to my heart. As we come back from commercial into the home stretch, the Martin brothers are in the midst of some heat. All right, TSN, figure out how you do your split screen here. Figure it out, boys. Come on, TSN. You got like picture in picture, but it's the same picture. It's not. There you go. Oh, now they're back to picture in picture. All right, so we'll just watch the small picture while the big picture has. There we go. We figured it out now. Solid work, everybody from TSN. Nice head scissors from Darius Martin. Dante Martin, sorry. See, and that's what I like about Don Callis too. If you listen to Don Callis, like except for Kenny Omega, which I understand, but like everybody else where people are working against members of his family, he will put them over. He will always talk about, the Martin brothers are fantastic athletes. Like, he understands that you don't just bury the guys you're working, because, if I tell you that you're garbage and then I beat you, I just beat somebody who's garbage. So it doesn't do anything for me. Just little things like that make sense to me that maybe some people don't make sense. Josh Alexander with the series of German suplexes. Oh, see, they tried something cool there. It didn't exactly work, but they had a contingency plan into the Poison Rana. It would have looked better if it worked the way they wanted it to, but you know what? Not everything's going to work the way you want it to, and that's, how you learn to work. Yeah, this 8-woman tornado tailgate brawl might be a lot of fun. There's a lot of moving parts in that should be good. Yeah, Daniel Garcia and Shibata should be good as well. Big DDT. Will that be enough? Darius Martin breaking up the pinning combination. Oh, Darius Martin just ate shit on the floor. God damn it. God damn it, pal. Big dive from Dante Martin. Back inside the ring. Come on, ref. Come on, ref. I know what it's like to be a referee and to get distracted. And Hechicero pins Dante Martin. Hechicero and Josh Alexander will move on to the tag team title ladder match this Saturday at the AEW pay-per-view. And I think we're just about ready to put an end to our watch-along for tonight. Yeah, let's stack that up into a very nice little ladder match. Oh, and here come the Don Callis family to be a-holes. Because this is why we can't have nice things. Why would you attack Christopher Daniels? Oh, here comes Jet Speed. Here comes Scorpio Sky. Christopher Daniels was supposed to do something there, but nothing happened, so he's just going to powder now. Tony does love his big, chaotic, like, beat down TV show endings. He does enjoy that. We can't just have, those guys win. Everybody have a lovely night. We'll see you on Saturday for the pay-per-view. We got to have a bunch of extracurricular shenanigans, And here come Brodito. All right, Brodito seemed to be handling business here. No Macarena. I would love to see Brody King do the Macarena, but I don't think we're going to see that. He doesn't seem like a Macarena kind of guy. All right, everybody battling towards the back. Oh, but Christopher Daniels just ate the big boot from Lance Archer. None of this is necessary. Why would you do this to Christopher Daniels? Back inside the ring. And now we've got Lance Archer and Rocky Romero attacking Christopher Daniels. I would like to see Christopher Daniels have another match because I'm a big Christopher Daniels guy. Oh, but Hangman Page is going to come and save the day for Christopher Daniels as we're in a goddamn 2-minute overrun of a 3-hour show because God hates me and I just want to go to bed. Which means we got to get Kyle Fletcher out here because Kyle Fletcher said he was going to leave him beaten and bloody, and we have to close that circle. And here comes Kyle Fletcher, but oh no, sir. We are on to your games. Oh, but Rocky Romero. You see, it's Rocky Romero. He's like the catalyst. Rocky Romero is the straw that stirs the drink. He's the veteran that knows where to be. He knows what to do to ensure that the skullduggery takes place. And now Rocky going under the ring looking for some shenanigans here. And by shenanigans, I mean a table. I believe Rocky Romero should be the AEW World Champion. Oh, setting up the table on the floor. That's not a great idea. And now Kyle Fletcher is taking his time because he knows that I'm very hungry and I really want to go to bed. Is he going to do the sheer drop brainbuster onto the table? Oh, no! Look at that. Oh, and Rocky takes the bump. Lance Archer takes the bump. Oh, but he caught him. Attempting the buckshot layer to hit him with something. I assume it was with the TNT title. And now it may be brainbuster time for your AEW World Champion. Fabulous. That looked very good. No notes. Roll credits. Let's call it a day. Yeah, Saturday Night Love. I don't know what's going on, if I will be around or if I will not be around. I might want to go somewhere and do a thing. And if not, then I will be around with some sort of harebrained scheme. So check out right down there on the X at bbboris, and you will find out what my deal is. Tuesday, you will see... Tuesday, you will see Quizplex, Rich King defending his Quizplex champion against Leah Sparks, and TNA International Champion Steve Macklin ahead of their big shows here in the Edmonton, Alberta area. And of course, do not forget the Big Bad Boris, Love Pro Wrestling, and Big Bad Boris present the 40-hour Extreme November 14th. I'll be streaming live on Twitch for 40 hours, raising money for the Edmonton chapter of the Canadian Mental Health Association. Yeah, I think we can pretty much put an end to this. Thank you so much for hanging out. This was a long one, but this was a lot of fun. I appreciate all of you guys hanging out, and we will potentially talk to you on Saturday.